Hello Actuarial students, it's James from theinfiniteactuary.com here to tell you what's new in TIA Study version 3.1. The start of 3.1 is by far and away the advanced editor in Discuss. This is going to allow you to view your post in split screen as you're constructing it, whether you're creating a new thread or replying to an existing thread. There's also some buttons for formatting, creating lists, and so on and so forth. I'm going to show you all that in just a second, so sit tight. By the way, if you don't want to sit tight, then you can look in the description below and there's a link directly to each of these updates, which you can just click on there. By the way, while you're down there, go ahead and leave a like or add a comment on any feature that you'd like to see added to Discuss. The next feature I want to talk about is a Unfollow All Threads. So if you've subscribed to a lot of threads and you're tired of getting notifications for all of those and you just don't want any more notifications, then you can just unsubscribe from all those threads in one click. The next one is kind of big because we had a lot of formatting issues when we converted from our old PHP forum to the new Discuss, where you saw these weird tags. I'll throw one up on the screen right now. We believe we've fixed all of these, but if you run into any more of these, please drop us a line and let us know, and we'll try to fix that one as well. The last thing is very minor, and it's in practice, and that is the view solution was broken only in the problem history, and we fixed that. I'll show you where that is just in case you were wondering, but let's jump into TIA Study now and see these changes in action. Okay, here we are in TIA Study, and I've selected Discuss, and I'm just going to go to All Threads, select the first thread, and I want to show off the Open in Advanced Editor. So let's start a reply. So my reply, and if I open in the Advanced Editor, it takes whatever I had previously typed and gives me a lot more screen real estate to work with. And so I can continue my reply, so continue here. And if I click save, it takes that back to the area where then I can then submit my reply. But let's open back up the advanced editor and take a look at some of these other features. So we now can select some text. For instance, if I select continue by double tapping there and hit the bold button, it makes it bold. Basically, it just does the markdown for me. So, or if as you're typing, for instance, if I want to put something in italics, I can type there. And since nothing was selected, it will just put some placeholder text in there and I can type my text here. So my text here. So the next one is underline. All these are pretty self-explanatory. So this is underline text. Notice here that this is tags, which lets you know that you can actually put HTML. I don't know if you knew that, but you can add HTML to your reply. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other views. So this is editing, and we looked at the first three things here, but what if I want a preview of what it's going to look like? So I can just hit the preview button, but probably more beneficial is a split screen where I see the post that I'm creating and my preview at the same time. So now let's actually add a table. So I'm going to come over here to Google and I'm just going to search for HTML table generator. Use this table generator here, and you can select the size of your table. So for instance, if we wanted to do it 3 by 3 here, and we can put in whatever values we want into these other fields. And if you just click generate, copy to clipboard, come back to TIA Study and paste that in, you'll see that you get your little table right here. So that, just wanted to show you that's an option to add a table. But let's create some other items up here. So this is an ordered list. So if we click this one, it just, again, puts the text that I need for Markdown. So it's kind of teaching you Markdown if you want, so that you don't have to use these buttons going forward once you know how to do it. So we'll call this item 1, and then we'll put item 2. And now I can just see these in real time as I'm typing my reply. And you can do a bulleted list. So you click here. So this is bullet 1. This is bullet 2, and so on and so forth. Now, and if we save this, so let's just save, and then we click submit our reply, we'll see that our reply is right there. But let's look at some more features. So let's look at the link feature. So I'm going to cancel out of here. And so I'll say yes, exit without saving. And I'm going to come to the next thread, and I'm going to copy a link to this thread. So I'm going to hit this copy link button, come back up to here, come into the advanced editor, and click the link button. And so now it says, all right, so it gives me the format there. So I have a related question to, and we can now put the description. So we can say this thread, and now the URL goes here. We just copied that. So all we have to do is paste. On a Mac, that's Command V. On a PC, that's Control V or Windows. And now if we go over to our split screen preview, we can see that it says I have a related question to this thread, and we can actually test the link. If we click that link, we see that that's linking to that other thread. Very useful there if you want to link to another thread. So there's linking. You can also quote text. So there's quoted text, and again, you can see the preview down here. You can insert LaTex or MathJax. So notice here that it's an open $ and a closing $. So we can type in ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And actually, if you do double $, then it will like center align it. It goes into what's called display mode, where the other one is inline mode. Which means if we're using $ to denote math, we actually need a different way to actually write a $. For instance, if I try to just write the apple is $5 and the banana is $3, you'll notice it looks weird between this $ and this $, because it's trying to interpret this stuff as math. So if we don't want math, then we need to escape that $, which is just the // So that's all you have to do. Or if you know you want to enter a $, you can just hit this button up here, $, and it will put the // there for you. The last two probably aren't super useful, but you can add a heading. So there's a H1 heading, and here is a H2 heading. This would be a smaller heading or smaller header. So you can preview these, and you can go this full screen edit. And of course, once you're done, you can hit save, or if you hit cancel, then and say exit without saving, then none of those changes would be saved. The advanced editor shows up in both when you're creating a reply or if you're creating a thread. So if you're creating a thread, you type your question here. There's also, you can get to the advanced editor for that as well. Now let me show you how to unfollow all threads. So if we come over to here, we see that I'm currently following 4 threads. And before 3.1, if you wanted to unfollow each one of these, you'd have to select each one and click the unfollow button. But now if you come over here to settings, reset course progress, you'll see there's an unfollow all discuss thread. So if I click that, click the unfollow, and then we go back to discuss, we should see that we're now following no threads, and then we can go and find the ones that we want to follow and just click follow that way. The last change was for our preliminary exams where we have multiple choice practice problems. In practice, if you go to browse or show history rather, and selected a problem, view solution wasn't working. Now it's working again. Well, that wraps up all the changes for version 3.1. Thanks for watching.